Now, guys, let's come to the hut part. Despite of the fact that this hasn't dried up, I don't think that this is going to dry up really soon. So let it be. So please understand what we're going to do here. Here we will be depositing the pigment. After that, we will try to do a technique which is called scraping. I think that is what it is called. It's basically, what is it? Scratching the paper when it is in a semi-wet condition, and that is going to lift off some paint. Okay, so basically scratching it with something, but I actually am not sure where it is. I don't want to intrude the setup. Anyways, okay, that happens like with some sharp object. Okay, I'll just try doing it with the tip of, with the corner of this thing. But if guys that's difficult, you can just skip it. Okay, I'll just try doing it. If it goes well, you can try it. Otherwise, you can totally skip it. But I just wanted to tell you that there is this one technique called scraping. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with this dark brownish color here. Okay, lots of things are going to happen in the hut. So guys, you need to be really fast over here as well. So after I deposit the paint over here, like this section is going to get the paint. Okay, I'll just show you the reference again. Have a look over here. So this section is getting this brown color. So first of all, we'll be doing the base. After that, I want to drop in some black color over here, which is going to act as the shadow. Okay, some black color completely over here. Then these defined lines are going to come later, right? So if you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see that there are these white lines, like very small lines. These I got by scraping. Okay, let's see if we can get them now. Okay, let's go. So a good amount of pigment. I'm just gonna just dropping it straight away. Okay, now make sure guys that you just follow this, this zigzag line thing. You don't want to make a straight line over here. So make sure wherever you want to deposit the pigment, which is on the corners of the hut, those should be like in a wet condition. Okay, that they shouldn't dry out. Okay, I can't really change the orientation of the book. So these lines might not be like really straight. Okay. Okay. These corners. Okay, now they are wet. The corners are wet. If they are not, put some more pigment there because you want the shadow to blend in. Okay. If the shadow can blend in, nothing like that. So quickly picking up that black color, which is our savior. So if you guys are not comfortable picking up black to create the darker version of a color, you can also pick up Prussian blue. So guys, please understand that on this side the shadow is going to be like thicker, but on this side it's going to be really thin. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't know if this is gonna get blended. It should. Yeah. So this entire section, it's going to be a really thick line. Okay. And that's beautifully done. Woo, I like it. And on the other side, you'll be going in like a very thin line. The rest of the blending, the paints will do themselves. And that's it. Okay. You're done. Now, guys, this section is where the light is coming. Okay. So let's say the light is coming from this side. So first of all, the shadows of all of these guys or all of these trees are going to fall on towards the left-hand side. So now this area is going to be in light and this section is going to be darker. So this dark brown, which I use for the shadow, I'm going to use it over here as well for creating this main side of the hut, the zigzag structure again. Okay. And cover it up. It's 26. Okay, I think we are in time. So Anika is saying hi to everyone. Hello, she is a very dear friend of mine. She is such a good supporter. And her followers are amazing. Whenever she posts my post, like I get so many followers. So people who follow her are like pretty amazing. Okay, now guys, coming back. I am taking in some more black color. And now I'm making the shadow for this section. So it has to be a little bit more darker as well than the base color. Okay. Now the black color really tempts me. So I'm just gonna go in with one more line over here. Make sure that this is very fine. If you're wanting to go in with this one, you don't want to cover. As you get darker, guys, the area which you'll be covering is going to get smaller. Oh, okay. I just made some error over here, but I don't want to go over it. It's fine. Okay. Now you guys will see that these two colors have like almost are of the same value, as in almost of the same darkness. This is also too dark. This is also too dark. But wait till the end. This is going to become the most beautiful point of the entire painting. Okay. Just wait till the end. Now we are quickly going to cover this section. So for this section, I'm just going to use the color which I used for the mountains, or you can like use any light color. Let's just pick up this blue over here and blue and a little bit of this brown. But it needs to be like different from the brownish color. Okay, mix some water, good amount of water. This has to be like really light. And make sure that it does not blend with these colors. Otherwise, it's just going to bleed in, okay? Okay. Okay, so I'm just adding this color. So I'm just picking the color directly and putting it on the paper. No pre-wetting this time. You can do the pre-wetting, but it's just a very small area, so I don't want to waste time doing the pre-wetting thing. Maybe I should have. No, it's okay. All right. So we have deposited. Okay. So we're just going to bring in some dimension to this by again mixing that black color into the color which you've used this for roof, for this roof, and I'm going to deposit it towards the ends. Okay. And it just creates a 2D effect. Don't worry. Oh, shoot. I totally forgot the scraping part. I am so sorry, guys. I have forgotten it while I was doing my paintings as well. It's okay. It's okay. Let it be. Because see, this area is completely dried. Now you can't really do the scraping when it's completely dried off. Okay. That you could do in a semi-wet state. So it's okay. We can just skip it. Now for like this house is made up of woods. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I moved this a little bit. Okay. This house is made up of woods. So we're just going to go in with lines. So how are we going to put those lines? So you're just going to go with a fine line, then push the brush in, and then the fine line again. I'll just show you. Have a look. With a very, very, very light color, guys. That brown color, you can add some water in. And a fine line. Make it a little bit dark, like a little bit thicker, and then thin again. We will be creating dimension over here as well. So a line, thick and thin. Line, fine line, thick and thin, and maybe a little bit thick here and there. And that's it. You're done with the, showing the, what is it, the distance between the woods. Okay. And that's pretty much done. Okay. So now the problem is that these paints are still wet. So, okay. So this entire thing is also wet. I'm just going to see. Okay, this thing has dried up. So you just want to take like very light amount of pigment, very less pigment. Most of it is water. Okay. So guys, the light is coming from this side, which means the shadows of these trees are going to fall on this side. I'm not going to create the shadow for everyone. Okay, that's too dark. These are like far away, okay? Far, far away. So like little lines. Okay, that's a little bit too dark, but it's okay. Okay, there wasn't any tree in the front. I'm just gonna add one here. Okay. There's really no other tree for which we can do this. I think I should just stop before it starts to look bad. Okay. I think that's enough. Okay. Let's not touch the background too much. Okay. Now, guys, still everything, because everything else is just drying up. We'll just make the fence quickly. We're about to wind up. Okay, this is coming to an end. It's just that this part over here, guys, when you're coming towards the end, this part is like very important. Don't get impatient in this section, okay? Because this is where you're going to bring out the beauty of this painting. So I can see this little line for the fence. Please understand, when you're drawing a fence, to make it look like really 3D, first of all, we will be adding 3 dimensions, this white color, black, and this base brown. So first of all, I'll be creating the base brown. And closer to you, they're going to have a greater gap. As they keep going away, the gap between the 2 fences, like these 2 stands, is going to like reduce into nothing. Okay, so that's what we will be doing. So this is the base brown color. Okay, it's 33. I'm just worried that I'm taking a little bit more of your time. Okay. Now you need to come closer and you need to like make these stands shorter. Closer and shorter. You can make them like a little bit crooked. That's fine. I think, yeah. I went a little bit too far away. I think, yeah, this looks pretty good. And I think I should stop now. Yeah. So now to add that 3-dimensional effect, I'm going to be taking in black and adding it in the front. When you will be adding a white line in front of it, guys, my God, I can't tell you how beautiful that's going to look. Okay. So you need to add in this black color and just wait till the end. And I also need to show the most beautiful material which I have come across. Okay, I'm not going to do too much for the ones which are really behind. Lines connecting them. Okay. It's okay. Maybe you don't want to connect all of them. Let it be the way they are. Okay. And then you might want to go in with finer lines in between them. So guys, I will have to switch the sketchbook, the orientation. I'm sorry, I can't do it like that. So all of this work is getting done with the fine brush. Very, very fine lines. So are most of the people over here gouache painters, or like, what do you guys like doing?
Acrylic.
Acrylics. Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to confess something. I'm sorry, but I am so bad at acrylics. I just don't like them for some reason. There's a story with the acrylics thing. I don't think I have time. Otherwise, I would definitely share it. Okay. Coming back to the lesson. So that's the fence done, right, guys? So what else can be done now? Okay, let's splatter some dots. Okay, maybe we can do that towards the end, or let's just do it right now. Okay, so first of all, now I'll be moving in towards taking some sap green and brown. Okay, the same mixture. Sap green, brown, and I'm going to add the grass which was left here. Okay, there is hardly any water. That's why the color is not coming up. You don't want to take too much water, but there has to be some water. Okay. Some little strokes here and there, and I think that will be enough. Okay, yeah. So that's done. Now let's add like a little bit dimension to the house. Okay, we're gonna quickly do that. So first of all, I'm again going to pick up that black color. Now, guys, you have to be really very fine. Don't have too much of water on the brush. This is the fine brush. Now we just like going in with details. So I will just flip it a little bit. And now just going along the boundary of what we have already done. Okay, I hope you can see that. Yeah. Don't do that for every distance thing which we've done. I think it's going to be too much. I think we should stop now. When we're going to add the white highlights, guys, this is going to look really magical, okay? I'm just adding this window here. Going in with this brownish black color. I like a good rectangle shape. So the source of this particular picture was I found it from Pinterest. And maybe 2 lines on the top and at the bottom. Okay. Now it's time to like add in more details to the house. So 1 black line over here. Guys, putting this black line is completely optional. I just like doing it because when I put that white line, it gives you such a beautiful contrast. Like your eye is just going to go to that section where the white and blacks are together. Okay. Now again, okay, the line is not like straight because my hand was at an angle. It's okay, let it be. All right. Okay. All right, guys, 10 more minutes and I promise we'll be done, okay? Just give me 10 more minutes of your time. So now for this section, I just we obviously want to bring in some details here. So in this grayish color, I'm just going to add a little bit of, you can add a blue, or I'm just going to add in black to create texture on that roof. Okay. So 1 line underneath, this is very important because I'll be putting a white light on top of this line, and that's again going to create a beautiful texture. Now guys, fine lines. Okay. Fine lines like that. And then some horizontal lines. And they should be parallel to the lines of the, to these parallelogram. They need to be like parallel to them. Just put them somewhere, not everywhere. Otherwise, it's gonna look like really fake. Okay. And okay. All right. So now, guys, we are done with the painting part. Now comes the acrylic part where you need to like bring in your acrylics in. Okay. Also, I was talking about that magical, hold on. That magical material. I'll just introduce you guys to that. I've already shown you. Guys, it is this Posca marker. Okay. If you don't have it, you need to buy this thing. and the tip is like really fine. Okay. And when you put it on top of paper, it gives you such thin lines, and the place where you need to put is basically where it's going to create all the difference. We'll just do this in a second. First of all, I'm just going to take this Fevicryl acrylic color, white acrylic color. I was about to spill it. Now, if you have a look at this painting, it looks pretty, but it is missing a pop of color. All we can see are just, shades of green. So we'll be adding in some flowers. How to do that? I'm just going to take some amount of this this acrylic thing in the cap and just go in with some small oval shapes, which, should give an idea of a flower. Okay, don't go in too much. And smaller flowers here, like smaller dots. I think I've taken too much of this thing. Okay, I think I need to stop there. And some flowers here. Bigger over here and smaller as they go far away from us. Okay. And maybe one more. Right. I think this should be enough. Okay. After this, since there is too much of pigment left, I don't want to waste it. I'm going to splatter this. But make sure that you don't have too much of pigment here. Guys, oh my God, that's too much of pigment. Very less splattering, guys. Now you can pick up for the contrasting color, you can pick up any color which you think is like going to look a really good contrast. So let's say for the paintings, when I begun, I had taken this yellow ochre. This was the only acrylic color I had, and then this red. But then for the further paintings, I switched to just this red and white. Okay, so I'm just going to use the red because I like that more. So again, just look at this. If you want, okay, one more tip, guys. If your painting looks dull, I'm talking about watercolor paintings. If your watercolor painting is looking dull, just add like small strokes of red color anywhere. That's going to make your painting look like so beautiful. Okay. And those are your flowers done. Okay. Looks good. Right. Now we're going to take this marker, and guys, wherever we created these black lines, in front of those black lines, we will be using this Posca marker. If you don't have this today, you can just use white acrylic paint as well. Okay. But the deal is that you need to go really thin. Okay. Very, very thin. I will have to I'll just try to do it like this. So in front of this black line, and this creates such a beautiful contrast, guys. Our human eye just catches that section automatically where there's like beautiful display of contrast. So this black and white just looks amazing to me. Okay. Maybe you can go in with all of them, right? Okay, cool. Now we will be going in with a line over here. And that's going to make this look very, very pretty. I just hope I can go in with a straight line. Okay. Yeah, that looks kind of fine. Kind of messed it up here, but it's okay. Right? And now it starts to look so much better. So in front of this black line, okay. And I told you we're going to go on top of this with a black line. I want to go in here as well. Okay, now the bad part is that you can get addicted to this and you will just keep doing it. So don't get into that habit. But a white line over here is also important. I was supposed to go in with the black color. Anyways, one white line here. And now I'm just going to, like, with the weight of the pen, just some very light strokes here. Very light. Don't fill it up. That's it. Okay. And you're done with the house thing. Okay. Is there anything left for this part? No. Now, guys, we want to create an illusion that these trees are further away in the background. So we will be creating a fence over here. Okay. A fence over here like this. Have a look at this. Okay. So this fence we will be creating, and this is going to make it look gorgeous. Make sure that, guys, that this fence is like really small. Okay. So we will be, I'm just going to make it very small. Okay. Straight lines, even if they are a bit crooked, that'll work, but make sure that in length they're pretty small. Okay, right. And now we're going to join them. It's not important that it needs to be a straight line. Just join them. Okay, this needs to work now. Okay. Guys, this pen comes for 120 rupees. This is 0.7 mm. The lid, like the tip, the thickness. Just don't go in with like straight lines. Just make them a little bit. Okay, using this Posca marker, this one technique is also something which I learned from Alicia Aradila. Beautiful. It just looks magical. Okay, that's done. I always create these dots here and there. They always look really good. Okay, now one last thing and we're done with this painting. Okay, I promise this is the last thing. We want to create some branches with this pen, like straight lines and some twigs going, here and there, but not for all of them, for a couple of them. And very light-handed, guys, very light-handed. I'm barely going to like press it. So like one stroke and this should be done. Only if it works. Make sure that you're using it on an absolutely dry surface. Okay, that's it. You're done. Okay. And that's the next twig, and it starts to make it look so pretty. Okay, and then I think this is like too much happening here. I'm just gonna go in with the last one over here. And guys, it starts to look so nice. Maybe some dots here and there. And you're all, I think you're done, okay? If you want to add in more texture, we can do that. Now my brush is gonna have lots of water, not lots of water, but a decent amount of water again. And just go beneath them, because this looks like these fences are flying in the air. Okay. So like thicker as you come towards the ends, and like really thin, so as to give an illusion that the hut is far away from the foreground. And that's it. So I'm just gonna make some strokes here. We're pretty much done, guys. I'll just remove the masking tape. Okay, one more important tip. Whenever, guys, you are removing the masking tape, make sure that you're not pulling it perpendicularly. Just go along like this, okay? Just like lie it down on the surface. Don't take it up in the air. Oh God. This masking tape is a little bit bad. It's a little bit, okay? Like that. And it's going to come like so good. Come on. Okay, hold on. I think. Okay. and it's all gone. Look at this. I hope you guys enjoyed this.